Welcome to my home. We are in Grand Ledge, Michigan. This used to be my grandfather's house, and this is an outbuilding. In the outbuilding, we call this our studio, and this is where we will be hatching chicks. Things are set up for us. We've got our eggs, our incubators all set, all ready to go. All right, so we are ready to start putting the eggs into the incubator. We have everything that is getting ready. So the temperature is showing that it is 99 or 100, just right there. The incubator has been stable for at least a day at that temperature. I have the egg turner is already in. I can hear that it is working as well. I have my eggs all lined up beside me. I've labeled the eggs. I use the letter of the name of the person that I got the eggs from, the farmer. In this case, it's Leslie, so I use L, and I've numbered her eggs 1 through 11. And I've done the same for the other batch of eggs so that we can identify each egg and start recording and tracking data on how the eggs are doing through this process. So at this time, the first thing I'm going to do is put hand sanitizer on because I don't want to get any germs on the eggs. This is one thing that even when I'm handling chickens, I make sure I use hand sanitizer before to protect the chicken. And then when I get done handling the eggs or the chicken, I make sure I use hand sanitizer again, and then that time it's to protect myself. So you're going to hear me say that several times. So the first time is to protect whether it's the egg or the chicken. Second time I use it at the very end, it's going to be to protect myself. And so we always do that. So what we're going to do is these eggs have been stored in a cool place, meaning a cool cabinet that's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so that they're kind of settled. Look at the shape of the eggs. You can tell this is the larger part of the egg and this is the pointy part of the egg. So you need to be able to identify that for when you put them in the incubator. Also, like this one has a little piece of straw on it. These eggs have not been washed, and they shouldn't be washed before you put them in the incubator. There's lots of different colors of eggs. There's different sizes of the eggs. So this happens to come from one farmer, and then I can show you these eggs. You can kind of see the color of the eggs. Okay, then we have eggs from another farmer. This is Sharon, and all of her eggs are pretty brown. They're just different shades of a light brown. And I've labeled hers S1 through 8. And then we have another farm here, which I have labeled K. And again, you're going to notice some of the eggs might have they might seem a little dirty. That's how they need to go in the incubators, just like this. So this is K1 through all the way through 12. We've got blue eggs, green eggs, some light brown eggs. So this is the Cobus farm. And then we have a variety of brown colored eggs from very light brown to a very darker brown. This is a lady who lives out at Sundance Riding Stables. So, but her last name starts with a P, so she has donated these eggs for us as well. So right now I think I have 46 eggs that are going to go in. I need to get creative because we have only 42 spots to put eggs in here. So I might put some on the side until I decide that Probably some of them won't be fertilized. I might have to move some. So I rather have more than less. So, okay, as I have started this, at the bottom of the incubator there is a tray that has these troughs that go around. And the troughs are to put water in there because the eggs need to have moisture in order to keep the shells soft enough for the chicks to actually hatch. So you'll note later that we will raise the humidity on the last few days of doing this. So I want to make sure that the outside trough is full before I put the eggs in. So I am simply going to take off the top. I want to work quickly because I want to keep the heat in here, but I want to make sure the trough is full. So I pour a little water in, making sure that it's full and I can kind of see it come through. Okay, now I'm going to place the eggs in. And again, I'm going to place them in the pointed side down. This is what the egg turner looks like. It can hold up to 42 eggs. I will continue to put all the eggs into the incubator with the 4 remaining eggs I will lay on the side. There is the thermostat, in the middle is the fan, and there where the red is, that is the vent. Okay, so we have the eggs all in the incubator. We have the top is on. We want to make sure that temperature stays right there at 99 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We will learn more about the inside and the parts of an egg the next time that we meet. It would be great if you could find a journal, a composition book, a spiral notebook, something that you can use as your journal, that you can document your learnings, your findings as we go through this process in the next 21 days. I want to thank you for joining me today and learning from home. Let's see what happens. Keep our fingers crossed. This is a science experiment, so I can't make any promises as to how or what the outcome will really be. But we're hoping we're going to have some chicks in 21 days. Have a great evening.